This is Ella Carlsen, the wife of the world's #1 cheese player Magnus Carlsen. And on March 30th, history was made on chess.com because they played a game against each other on the platform, husband and wife. How did it go down? That's what we're about to check out here. Now, Magnus decided he was going to play with the white pieces here. He's off to a shaky start against the misses. Ella was playing with black. You can see she's a diamond member. Ella Bella Bang Bang, she's rated 1107. Magnus nearly 3000. Bit of a mismatch, but still it's a great game to come. Now he opens up with d4. Does he go soft or hard? We're going to find out here, because after bishop f4, the Jabava London, e6, well, to start with, he goes right for the jugular. Hang about, Magnus. You don't want to be sleeping on the floor. He picks up the bishop pair, off to a nice start, but Ella did spot the threat. Now we see castles. Both players get their bits out, and Magnus sets up the old party hat pawn formation. Does a little dance at this moment, the Carlsen bop. This is one of the moves that really attracted Ella to Magnus. Rumour goes that, and alongside his beautifully polished horns and his massive knowledge of the opening, of course. We're going to crack on here, because after a6, h3, b5's played, that bishop's looking very, very miserable, and after bishop e2, h6, castles, we now see this series of grandmasterly moves. I mean, she's Mrs. Goat for a reason. First, this knight centralizes. Magnus has to retreat and cover. Now we get e5, breaking in the center, liberating the bishop, and after Magnus is forced to unceremoniously retreat, we get takes here, queen takes back, and rook e8. A picture of harmonious development, but Magnus is a bag of tricks. He's world champion multiple times, goes for the pawn structure, rook b8 covers, takes, pawn recaptures, and now Magnus decides to play a move not forced. He takes in the center here. Yes, he now builds some pressure on the central pawn, but he's given Ella the big black center. Now she can cover it like this, and after Magnus attacks it once more, well, this is the moment where queen b6 is actually best, because if bishop takes, there's some rook pin stuff, and it all gets a bit weird. e4 could still come. But Ella is not yet one of Magnus's proper students. You know, she needs to start working alongside Gary down in Nebraska. Then she'll spot these ideas. So she instead goes e4, and it's a blunder, because you attack the bishop, but you open up this monster sniper from h2, whereupon Magnus can win the exchange. But fair play, he wants to win a few brownie points. Magnus doesn't take it, just drops back here, allows the rook to lift. Ella whispers, "Do you even rook lift, bro?" And before she can make any more progress, Magnus pushes the juicer. Ella drops back. She was just teasing with that rook there, and it allows Magnus to invade her position. The knight is now attacked. You should defend with the queen from d7, but she starts resetting the board for the next game. Allows Magnus's rook to invade. He does so. Again, the queen is under fire. You should develop it to a dark square, but for some reason she just loves sitting put on this home square, blocks with the rook, and it's a big mistake because it leaves a pawn hanging. You can actually take it immediately. Magnus doesn't do so. He goes for the very swashbuckling rook takes on e6. He's playing with fire here, toying with the misses. You could take with the rook, best move, but we see pawn takes, and it allows Magnus to take here and set up the skewer action on those cannons. This one saves itself. Still you can take, but Magnus wants more. He explodes the board with c4 here, and he lays a cunning trap, which Ella falls into, hook, line, and sinker here. Because what you shouldn't do is capture this pawn, which is played in the game. Sorry, I'm dying over here. Can't get my breath for excitement. And the problem now is that Fair Maiden collapses. Magnus whisks it off the board, then recaptures with check, and after the king moves, well, that one, which really we have to call a donkey at this stage, drops off the board. Magnus in the driving seat with the bishops up in the game, but there is a c-pawn running. Now you could push it straight away, but of course you want to support the push, get that rook behind it. However, again, this monster's just coming back to bite, but I love this from Magnus Carlsen. Like I said, he doesn't want to be on the couch, right? Snuggling up with a cushion for the evening, so he plays the check. He lets the rook live. The king steps to the side. Still he doesn't take it. He's smart. He's a smart guy, Magnus Carlsen. He's that step ahead all the time. Lets the rook live. Now he takes on e4. Rook lives once more. Bishop e5. This pawn saves itself. Now we get pawn b5. Careful, Magnus. Don't want to win too soon. Now we get the check once more. The king relegated to the back rank. And you could go after the c pawn, but no. Magnus once more wants to catch Ella in a mating net, and after rook a8 covering things, again he could slide off to the side there, threaten the mate in one, but now the king steps to h2. Excuse me. Gets a bit much at times, and he sets up a really nice delay of the position here, not quite executing on the mate, because after the pawn pushes on, again he can whip the rook. Right, I need to cut. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, we're back. Again, he can whip the rook over here and threaten the mate in one, but then you end the game very, very soon. So instead, he plays the absolutely epic, experienced move, pawn h4, allowing another queen to be born, and then going rook g7 to threaten the mate. Queen a1 hits the rook. Surely now you deliver it. No, he doesn't. Magnus Carlsen checks. Lets the game go on longer here so that it can last more than 40 moves. He opens another discovered check. Could win the queen, but doesn't. It sidesteps. He comes back to f7. And after this queen d1 move, about to win the bishop, finally Magnus checkmates, shuts the trap there. Yes, Ella Bella got banged by Magnus Carlsen, but it lasted 44 moves. That was an experienced move. He's going to get what he wants tonight. His favourite meal of lasagna, probably some garlic bread, extra parmesan, maybe even a small beer and a glass of red. Fair play to him. Great game here. Hope you enjoyed this one. Do smash subscribe if you did, and have a look at the video on screen if you want to see some serious epic chess between Magnus Carlsen and Jan Krzysztof Duda in this week's Titled Tuesday. Cheers.
2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and we're dancing, and it looks like skipping almost, doesn't it? And that's a very difficult exercise.